You are in the car. The engine is running. You have been sitting here for 11 minutes. You have not moved an inch. The gym is 40 feet away. The door is unlocked. Nobody is stopping you. You are stopping you. So you sit, and the engine turns over, and the needle climbs when you touch the pedal, and the noise rises, and the car stays exactly where it was. That is the sound you make every day. Effort without travel, heat without distance. You call this getting ready. You are not getting ready. You are warming an engine you will never put in gear. I already left. I pulled out of this same lot while you were still rehearsing the perfect entrance. I am not braver than you. I just stopped waiting for the car to drive itself. Tonight I am taking something away from you. The belief that you are thinking. You are not thinking. Thinking ends in a decision. What you are doing ends in another loop. By the end of this, you will understand the machine you are sitting in. You will know why it roars and never rolls. And you will know the one motion that turns all of that noise into movement. It is small. It is unglamorous. It is available to you in the next 60 seconds. You will not think your way out of the car. You will drive out of it. Stay with me. Watch yourself the next time a decision arrives. You do not freeze. Freezing would be honest. You do something far more convincing. You prepare. You open another tab. You read one more thread. You make the list, then you make the list of the lists. You ask a friend, and another, and a third, until the answers cancel out, and you are free to do nothing. You wait for the morning you will feel ready. You wait for the mood to arrive like weather. You call this being thorough. It is not thorough. It is an engine in neutral, screaming, going nowhere. Here is what overthinking actually is. It is fear that learned to dress well. Raw fear is embarrassing. Raw fear you would recognize and override. So fear put on a coat and a tie and called itself preparation, and now you salute it. Every extra consideration feels like diligence. It is not diligence. It is one more press of the pedal with the car still in park. The mind that is afraid does not say, I am afraid. The mind that is afraid says, I need more information. It says, let me think about this. It says, now is not the right time. It says, I will start when I understand it fully. You will never understand it fully. That is the trick. Full understanding is the one condition that never arrives, which is exactly why you chose it. You picked an impossible standard because it lets you idle forever and call it wisdom. Notice the pattern. The decisions you overthink are never the small ones. You do not deliberate for an hour over which sock goes on first. You overthink the message that could be rejected. You overthink the gym where you might look weak. You overthink the work that could fail with your name on it. Overthinking is not random. It clusters exactly around the things that could expose you. That is how you know it is fear. Fear is precise. It only guards the doors that matter. Run the test on yourself. The thing you have researched the longest is the thing you most want and least dare to reach for. The folder of saved articles is a map of your avoidance. Each link marks a door you stood in front of and turned away from. You did not study the subject. You memorized the threshold, and the cost is not the time. The cost is who you become while you sit there. Every loop you complete trains the machine to loop again. You are not neutral while you idle. You are practicing. You are getting better at not moving. You are wearing a groove into yourself, and the groove gets deeper, and one day it is just called your personality. You think the overthinking protects you from a bad outcome. It does not protect you from anything. The unsent message is already a no. The skip session is already a loss. The work you keep researching instead of starting has already failed, quietly, in the only place it ever existed. You did not avoid the risk. You just made the failure slow and silent so it would not have a date on it. A loud failure you could learn from. A silent one just sits inside you, undated, and rots. That is the part that should bother you. Not that you are afraid. Everyone is afraid. That you have built an entire machinery of seriousness around the fear so you never have to feel it and never have to face it. The engine is honest about one thing. It is burning fuel. You have only so much, and you are spending a life's worth of it sitting still. So stop trying to think better. Better thinking is not your problem. You are not underinformed. You are overprepared and undercommitted, and no amount of new information will fix a problem that was never about information. Here is the pivot, and it is colder than you want. The thinking was finished a long time ago. You know what to do. You knew it before the second tab, before the third opinion, before the morning you promised yourself. The deliberation that feels like searching is not searching. It is delay with good posture. A decision is not a thought. A decision is a cut. The word means to cut off, to end the other options. As long as every option is still alive, you have not decided anything. You have only arranged your hesitation neatly. Hesitation is comfortable because it keeps everything possible. Every unchosen path stays alive, perfect, untested. The moment you decide, the other lives die. That small death is the price, and it is the price the idling man will not pay. He would rather hold 10 perfect futures than build one real one. So he holds them and ages and builds nothing. So you are going to stop adding and start subtracting. You will not gather one more fact. You will take facts away until only a single action is left standing. Because the engine does not move when you understand the engine. The engine moves when you put your hand on the lever and drop it into gear. That is the whole secret, and it will insult you with how small it is. Motion does not come after clarity. Motion creates clarity. You will not feel ready and then move. You will move, and the readiness will come running to catch up because it has nowhere else to be. The man you respect is not the man who thought correctly. He is the man who engaged the gear while still afraid. He did not silence the fear. He just refused to let it hold the wheel. Pain is information. The tightness in your chest when you reach for the action is not a warning to stop. It is the engine telling you that you are finally about to touch something real. You have spent years reading that feeling backward. You felt the resistance and called it a red light. It was a green one. Read it forward now. The resistance marks the location of the thing worth doing. Nothing easy generates that pressure. The size of the dread is a measure of how much the thing would change you. Stop hunting for the action that does not frighten you. That action does not exist, and if it did, it would not be worth the fuel. So we reduce, not the goal. The goal can stay enormous. We reduce the decision to the one physical thing your hands can do in the next minute. Not the plan, the motion, not the strategy, the step. Tomorrow you are going to run a sequence. It is not inspiration, it is a procedure. You will execute it whether or not you believe in it, the way you turn a key whether or not you feel like driving. Here is the protocol. 5 steps. Run it the next time you catch the engine screaming in neutral. 1. Set a timer for 2 minutes and say the decision out loud in a single sentence. Out loud, with your voice, in the empty room. Not the swarm of sub-decisions. The one sentence. Whether to send it, whether to walk in, whether to begin. If you cannot say it in one sentence, you are not stuck on a hard problem. You are hiding inside a vague one. Naming it strips the costume off the fear. 2. Cut the options down to 2. You think you have 10 paths. You have 2, and you know it. The one you would respect, and the one you would excuse. Every other option on your list is a disguise for the one you would excuse. Throw them out. You are not narrowing your future. You are ending a stall. 3. Choose the one your colder self would choose, and choose it in 10 seconds. Not the safe one, the one the man you are trying to become would pick without a meeting. You already know which it is. You have always known. The 10-second limit is not recklessness. It is the removal of the time fear needs to build its case. 4. Define the single next physical action, not the project. The motion your hands can perform right now, not get fit. Put on the shoes, not launch the business. Open the blank page and type the first ugly line, not have the conversation. Pick up the phone and let it ring. Make it so small that refusing it would be absurd. 5. Execute it inside 60 seconds and then refuse to evaluate it. Do not grade the action. Do not ask if it was the perfect action. You will want to, because evaluation is the engine's way of climbing back into neutral. Move and immediately define the next small motion and move again. Momentum is not a feeling. It is a chain of small motions you refuse to interrupt with thought. That is the entire machine. Name it. Cut it to 2. Choose in 10 seconds. Shrink it to 1 motion. Move before fear finishes its sentence. Do not wait for the morning to feel different. The morning will feel exactly the same. The same alarm, the same weight, the same engine idling in the dark. The protocol does not require a better morning. It runs on the morning you actually get. Run it and watch what happens to the noise. The roar in your head was never the sound of thinking. It was the sound of a powerful engine begging to be put in gear. You have been mistaking the pressure for a problem. It was potential with nowhere to go. This is how you become dangerous. Not by becoming louder, by becoming a man whose thoughts end in action so reliably that hesitation stops bothering to visit. The overthinker and the decisive man carry the same fear. The difference is 60 seconds and a refusal to idle. Do this for 1 week. Watch the groove you wore into yourself begin to fill. Watch a new one form. The mind learns whatever you rehearse, and starting tomorrow, you rehearse motion. Go back to the car. The engine is still running. 40 feet of nothing between you and the door. 11 minutes you will not get back. But now you know what the noise is. It is not doubt. It is not your gut warning you. It is fuel burning in a machine you have refused to put in gear. So put your hand on the lever. You do not have to feel ready. The engine was never waiting for your permission. It was waiting for your hand. Drop it into gear. Let the car do the thing it was built to do. 40 feet. That is all the first motion ever is. The thinking is finished. It has been finished for a long time. What is left is not a question. It is a movement, and you are the only one who can make it. Tomorrow you will either idle or you will drive. That choice is not made by the man you have been. It is made by the man who decides, in 1 cold second, to stop revving and go. He is not built different. He is built deliberately, not by nature, by choice.